Yo, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, brother Safu, peace and love. Top of the morning, happy Tuesday, Tenacious and Truthful Tuesday. We still here, still alive, man, still in the fight. And as long as we in the fight, we might as well fight, right? As long as we in the fight, we might as well fight, man. As long as we are in the fight, we might as well fight. And we fighting against doubt, fighting against loneliness, fighting against neglect, fighting against rejection, fighting against feelings, which are in facts, right? Feelings are in facts, man. We're fighting against it all. But we still here, still filled with an unwavering, unshakable, unyielding faith, right? Still confident in our abilities to make the impossible possible, to bring something that's never existed before into fruition, right? The hard thing is the thing that you should do, right? I don't think I've ever been, the person to take the easy road, even when as a youth, hopping gates, right, riding bikes. I never took the easy path. I never took the easy road. I always tried to do it the hardest way possible, right? Jumping out of the swing, right? Swinging high, jumping out of the swing, trying to jump over the fucking gate, right? Like from the swing over the gate. Always tried the hardest shit, right? And a lot of times I got hurt. And a lot of times I succeeded, all right? Yeah, man, I've come to learn that everyone's life has a bit of difficulty, right? Has a certain degree of difficulty. Deeper than just generally, right? So like my difficulty is not like exclusive. It's not like I'm the only person having a difficult time, right? And I've learned that the more difficult the journey, the sweeter the reward, right? The more difficult the journey, the more difficult the life, the more difficult the path, the sweeter the reward. And I learned that a fucking painful life, a challenging life is a fucking great life. Like, I'm not lost on the fact that although my life has been painful and is painful, it is fucking great, right? I was telling mommy yesterday, like, one thing I'm extreme, like, I own my time. I have my sanity, right? I am fucking really healthy, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and socially, I am healthy, right? And so, like, when I put things into context, it's just like, okay, this is a moment, and these are feelings, and the feelings are not reality. The feelings are based on perception of reality. Perception is based on interpretation, which is rooted in how the fuck we feel. And I haven't eaten, I'm fasting, right? So like that has a large part to do with it. But even deeper than that, generally, I think, right, hearing some legends of life, of humanity talking over the years, right, hearing or reading so many people's perspectives on, their life story, their life journey is, I can identify with the fact that, like, feeling under supported,
right? Feeling like, and it's not even that people don't want to support you. A lot of people don't know how. When you are multifaceted, like if I was just putting out music, if I was a music artist, or if I was just writing poetry, right, or if I was just making films, right, it would be a little easier. People know exactly what to support. People know exactly how to support for the most part, and even then, a lot of people don't, right? Like part of me feels like there are a lot of people in my network, a lot of people who I would consider a friend, a family, right, who are waiting until I get bigger to support me, to show up, right? And that's when I'm not gonna fucking need them no more. And if you know me, I got no problem. I don't need you now, right? Like, and I don't want you now, right? Like, I needed you before. I needed you when I was coming up. I needed you when I was building the fucking impossible. Now that I built the impossible, now that this shit is in fruition, now that this shit is in the world, right? Now that we created fucking hundreds and thousands of jobs, right? Now that I got a nice salary where I'm able to really, really, really enjoy life and show y'all what's supposed to be done, right? How this shit is supposed to be done. I don't need you no more. I needed you then. If you was there with me then, you would be here with me now. But you ignored me then. You ignored me. You didn't fucking show up to the events, the free events, the $25 events you ain't show up to. You ain't contribute to the fucking campaigns I was doing. I've done tons of fundraisers. You ain't contribute to none. Right? You showed up when I said it was donation based and you didn't fucking donate. You showed up, you ate all the fucking food and you didn't fucking contribute. Right? Like, and I know that that's also a feeling right now, right? Because there are people who show up in some ways and not others. They know how to show up in this way, but not that way. And so recognizing that every person is a leader, me as a leader of my life, have to tell people how to, yo, listen, I don't need you to show up like that. This is how I need you to show up. If you can't, that's fine. Right. So yeah, man, I'm in a space, I'm in a weird space, man. I am in an emotional space, right? Day 11 of no food. Um, Feeling strong, right? Physically strong, just emotionally vulnerable. Um, a lot of things happen at the same time. A lot of things happen at the same time, man. In my body, in my mind, in my heart, in my home, in my family, right? A lot of things happen at the same time that's causing such heavy emotions. But it's all part of the process, and I know that, right? So we're gonna get the show started, man. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You are tuned into SR Daily, episode 590, just 10 episodes away from milestone episode 600. 600 may look completely different than the other 500 episodes, man. We might not do a live audience, right? Most likely won't do a live audience, man. Try to get some interviews in, but yeah, man, I'm feeling, I'm feeling, and I'll keep you all posted on how we decide to move forward. All right, but 590 episodes, 10 episodes away from 600. 600 is a fucking milestone, and we are close to another milestone. Right, we can't 5 milestones so far, 500 episodes, 590 now. All right, and it seems like these episodes just the hundreds go by so fast. All right, it was just November we did episode 500, November I think 18th or something like that. Right now, here we are looking at 600. But yeah, man, I'm your boy, LaShawn Sugar Marston. Today is March 24th, 2026. The sun is shining. We're going to jump into the show, man. We're going to start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is the quote of the day. Today's quote is, I can do all things with the spirit of the divine that dwells in me. Once again, today's quote says, I can do all things through the spirit of the divine that dwells in me. One more time, I can do all things through the spirit of the divine that dwells in me. This is more than a quote. This is a fucking mantra. This is gospel. Repeat this. And don't just believe this, but know this. Feel this in your fucking gut. Feel in your gut that you can do every single thing that you can think of through the Spirit of God, through the Spirit of the divine that dwells inside of you, that is always with you, that has never left you, that will never leave you, that will never forsake you, that will never abandon you, that is with you with every breath, with every step, with every thought, in every feeling, in the low vibes, in the good times. God is with you. That spirit of divine, eternal life is there. So when things get tough, lean into your faith, right? Lean into that which you know, not just that which you believe, but that which you know. What you know is that if you take one step forward, and take another step forward, and take another step forward, eventually you will get there. What you know is that no matter how dark it has been, eventually the light returns. No matter how stormy it has been, eventually the storm settles and the sky's clear. That's what you know. No matter how painful it has been, eventually the pain subsides and it goes away. You know that. You don't have to just believe that. You know that. You know that like you know that like you know that. So tap deeper into your spirit. Remember who you are, where you come from, and what you are made of. You are still here and you have the vision that you have it for a reason. So trust your process of becoming, not just the process generally, but your personal process. Know that your process is different from my process. My process is different from your process. Our process is different from other people's process. Your process is unique to you. 50 Cent said it best. God's a seamstress that tailor fitted my pain. Your pain is tailor fitted for you. Your pain is tailor fitted for you. Your process is your process, and no one's going to understand your process. You don't even got to understand your process, but you got to trust it. Trust your process. Keep fucking going, even with when you seem blind, when you don't know how it's gonna happen. Your job is not to know the how or the when. Your job is just to show up, know your why. Why do you have to keep showing up? Why do you? Why are you choosing this direction? Why? That's all you have to fucking know. You don't gotta explain it to nobody. You don't gotta clarify it for nobody. Just trust your process of becoming. Know that as long as you keep going, you will reach your destination. One step at a time is how 1,000 steps get made. 1,000 steps is how 10,000 steps. This journey of 10,000 steps started with one. The way to get to the top of the fucking mountain is to climb one foot on top of the other, one foot in front of the other. The way to hike, right? The way to is all one. Just start and keep fucking going. That's it. It's all you got to do, which is the hardest thing to do sometimes, right? But as hard as it is as easy as it is if you just keep fucking going, man. Let's go right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment of the day, we're gonna talk about charisma. We're gonna talk about charisma, not just though as right needs to know news, right? This is something that I don't think a lot of people are really aware of. We're gonna talk about charisma not just as a personality trait, but as a signal, right? Something that is signals something in other people, right? As a response that you trigger in other people. So one thing that we learned, right, is that charisma acts as a neurological trigger by inducing a chemical response in others, notably releasing dopamine, the pleasure and reward, and oxytocin, trust and bonding while lowering defenses. It operates by activating the brain's reward system and prefrontal cortex, leading to enhanced trust, focus, and social influence, often making people feel seen, heard, and valued. The neurological mechanisms of charisma: you have a dopamine surge. Charismatic individuals trigger dopamine release, creating a feeling of pleasure and reinforcement that makes people want to be around them. Oxytocin, bonding. Through eye contact, warm interactions, and empathy, charismatic people spark oxytocin, the bonding hormone, reducing fear and fostering trust. Brain synchronization. Charismatic people can activate the prefrontal cortex associated with social cognition and decision making in the brains of those they engage with. Then you have the awestruck effect. High charisma can temporarily lower critical, logical faculties, making people more receptive to influence. Behavioral triggers: presence and listening. Deep listening and being fully present rather than rehearsing a response causes the listener's brain to release pleasure based chemicals. Nonverbal cues: open body language, genuine smiling, and eye contact, eye directed gaze are powerful triggers that signal safety and high social status. Authentic warmth: the combination of power and warmth activates empathy circuits, creating a feeling of safety in the listener's nervous system. If you're on my Facebook, I shared a great clip from Mel Robbins' interview. She interviewed someone, I don't remember the lady's name, but they were talking about charisma in this way. And super dope, super informative. I think you guys could benefit from it. So check it out. And then we just wanted to read something from IG, right? Neuroglobe. I love Neuroglobe. Neuroscience shows charisma is not a trait you possess, it's a response you trigger in other people's brains. The moment someone sees you, their brain rapidly decides whether you are worth attention before they say a word. This decision is driven by two signals: status and warmth. The brain is constantly asking, is this person important and are they safe? And people who score high on both become instantly magnetic. These judgments happen in milliseconds through threat and reward systems. The amygdala scans for risk, while dopamine circuits prioritize what feels important, meaning charismatic individuals are processed as both safe and significant. The brain reads nonverbal cues before language. Posture, eye contact, facial control, and vocal tone are decoded by social processing regions like the superior temporal sulcus, shaping perception before conscious thought even begins. They don't even got to think about it. They literally feel it in their brains and their body. Their body sends signals, right? Like, are you safe? And are you important to me? Right? Are you important to others? Are you important generally? Charisma spreads through emotional contagion. Mirror neuron symptoms and limbic synchronization cause people to internally match the emotional state of others, which is why calm, certainty, and presence can be felt instantly. So when you are confident, when you feel good, when you are firm, it sparks that in other people. Your high self-esteem, right? Not your narcissism, but your high self-esteem, your confidence, your calmness. It makes other people feel the same. It makes other people feel warm when you are warm, right? Super important, super dope. Charisma is simply the ability to shape how other people's brains perceive your importance and safety in real time. Mastering that signal means becoming impossible to ignore. Maybe it's something in that for me, right? I've been told I'm pretty charismatic, right? But if I feel ignored, and again, I know feelings aren't facts, maybe I need to work on my charisma. I don't fucking know, right? I don't fucking know. What we perceive as charisma emerges from rapid, unconscious evaluations in the brain's social circuitry. Studies on the status warmth model demonstrate that people are consistently judged along these two dimensions, while neural systems involving the amygdala, prefrontal cortex, and reward pathways determine whether someone is perceived as significant, trustworthy, and worth attention. What's less obvious is that charisma is heavily shaped by predictive processing and uncertainty. The brain is constantly trying to anticipate other people's behavior, and individuals who are slightly unpredictable but still coherent create small prediction errors that heighten attention and dopamine signaling. This is why certain people feel more engaging or magnetic in conversation. They introduce just enough novelty to keep the brain locked in without triggering threat or confusion. In real world terms, this means charisma is not about being louder, more expressive, or more outgoing. It's about how effectively you influence the brain's perception of relevance. The people who are impossible to ignore are the ones who consistently register as both important and neurologically engaging. Super dope. I felt that. I didn't have the language to explain that. But understanding that, like, I knew that charisma wasn't just about personality, right? It wasn't just about being expressive or loud. It was certain cues that signaled, yo, this person is cool. Like, I like this person. Like, this person makes me feel good. This person is safe. This person is important to me, right? That's what charisma is. And so, yeah, it's good to have that understanding, understanding, and overstanding. In our third segment of the day, our tip of the day, today's tip, man, is to host a fucking vegan brunch. My boy posted this shit on TikTok. Host a vegan brunch, man. Fellow vegan, my man Austin. I can't remember his last name, but pretty prominent in the vegan community, man. From Jersey. Attended a couple of events with him over the last few years, man. Super dope dude, super powerful. He was hosting some cooking stuff at his crib in Jersey. I couldn't make it though, so I've never tasted his food. But I heard his food is great. Most of the players know him. Most of the vegan players, the vegan restaurant owners, they know him. He frequents often. He supports dances, right? Great dude, great spirit, great energy. But he was talking on TikTok about how none of the vegan restaurants have real, authentic vegan brunch. Like, they don't have a solid brunch. He was talking about how his friends go to brunch and they eating this and they drinking that, and he was like, yo, like, I gotta pull up and eat some bullshit, right? Like, eat a salad, right? So like, either if you're a restaurant owner, know a restaurant, make vegan brunch, or host a vegan brunch. Yes, there are some restaurants that have the chicken and waffles, they have the French toast, right? And that's great. That's vegan brunch, right? He was talking about vegan omelets. He was talking about shrimp and grits, right? And I know Vegan Hood used to have shrimp and grits, and they're closed down now, unfortunately. But Vegan Hood has shrimp and grits. He was talking about like vegan breakfast burritos and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, Yeah, and I messaged. I was like, "Yo, come on in now." We were just talking about vegan brunch. We were just talking about hosting some type of vegan brunch this summer, right? A series, maybe a weekly series on a Saturday or Sunday. Sunday vegan brunch, brunch with a vibe, right? The whole vibe brunch, something like that, right? Whole vibe vegan brunch with a vibe. Something where you come have brunch, and you're in you are in the company of other folks, right? Not necessarily all vegan, but those who are consuming vegan food for that moment. Some light music, right? You can read if you want, be quiet, right? And you can engage in healthy conversations about finances, about community, about things going on in the world. So that's something that I would love to cultivate because I love brunch. I mean, I just love bringing people together, and I love food. I really do love food, and I love bringing people together around food. I love bringing people together around food and having discussions on shit that matters to us individually, in the world, right? I love debating. I love building, right? Because it's not just debating. I love building. I love sharing different perspectives. I love sharing different ideas. Um, but yeah, host a vegan brunch, man. Host a vegan brunch. And I think vegan brunch can do good for your pockets. I think you can make some good money. All right. Especially if you do a prefix and you charge folks, right, to come in, right? Not just to come and order and pay what they order. No, come in. It's a whole experience, right? The vegan brunch experience. I remember we hosted a vegan brunch outside in Queensbridge. Of course, it was free, right? It's part of our free food distribution thing we did a couple years ago. We did for a couple of years. We just stopped this year. Right, we did it in different iterations, but we hosted a vegan brunch and it was dope. And I'm thinking like, yeah, man, vegan brunch. Yeah, vegan brunch could it'd be good for your pockets, man. You know what I mean? People can make some money, right? You can make some fucking money, I believe, man. Charge $50, $50, $60 to come, right? People can eat, all right? Beverages included, right? Everything's included for a good brunch. 3 hours, all right? Come for 3 hours, man. 11 to 2. Yeah, 11 to 2. 11 to 2 is 3 hours, yes. 11 to 2 or 12 to 3, one or the other. But yeah, man, cook, right? Offer some toast, offer some, like what they call it, not an appetizer. I guess an appetizer. I guess toast is an appetizer, toast and fruit, and then a main course, right? And it could be a choice of 2 or 3 things, right? It could be, and it's first come first serve, right? Like you come and we got omelets and we got pancakes and we got something else. I don't know, but yeah, him sharing that, saying that, and he travels a lot to a lot of these vegan restaurants, and for him to put that out there, I know that we on the right path. I like to think that I'm early to a lot of things. I was early on YouTube. I was my first YouTube channel in 2010 was monetized before I even knew what monetization was. I got a fucking check and didn't even know, like, I was like, what is this? And then years later, everybody's getting monetized, right? And I started a whole new YouTube channel. I would have kept that one and grew it. Who knows where we'd be? But I like to think that I'm early, right? Creating skits in 2009, 2010, right? On MySpace still at the time. And years later, everybody's creating skits. So even with Continuum, right? I'm still early. There are more and more apps coming out, companies coming out that are using immersive technology in some capacity. There's apps, some AI thing. Best Me AI was talking about, like, yeah, I don't even know. The shit is, even saying it is getting me emotional because I'm like, man, we got to make this shit happen. Like, can't keep missing the fucking thing. All right. But I lean in my faith. That which is for me will not miss me. That which is for me, I will be ready for. And but yeah, man, host a vegan brunch. It'll do good for your pockets. It'll do good for the community. If you know somebody who can cook, or if you fucking cook, get the shit done, man. If you can get it done like this week, do it. If you get it done next week, do it. I think you should do it as soon as fucking possible. All right, a Saturday or Sunday. All right, it could be both days. It could be Saturday and Sunday. I remember telling my mother it wasn't a vegan brunch, but telling my mother she should make pancakes. My mother makes some of the best pancakes she makes the best pancakes I've ever had. Right, better than mine, and mine's is banging. Better than my aunt's is banging. Kimona's pancakes is banging. My mother has made the best pancakes, better than fucking IHOP. And my friends, everyone in my whole life who I brought to my mom's crib to taste her pancakes was like, holy shit, these shits is incredible. All right. Tell her to make some brunch. Just make pancakes, and something else maybe, or it could just be fucking pancakes, right? I think people will buy it, especially if you do a whole day where we giving out some pancakes for free because nobody knows you cook, so you're giving it out for free, right? And then the next day you're selling them for a couple of hours a day. I think you can make a couple $100. Anyway, let's go right along to our fourth and final segment of the day, our build of the day, man. Today's build, I just want to talk about learning how to lose. Sefu said you are early with the grief support group. Yes, sir. Mona said we had a whole convo on hosting a vegan brunch series. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, babe. Yes, we did, and we should do it, right? I'm not. I don't want to do it until the summertime, but I think that's something you should do. Maybe even in your building, put up a flyer or vegan brunch, right? Vegan brunch. Taste the vegan, right? Taste the vegan heaven. Some shit, man. Some tagline. All right. I think it'll work. I think anybody who does it, anytime that you do it, I think it'll fucking work. It doesn't have to be a special holiday. It doesn't have to be a special day. I think if you want to make brunch today for people, it will sell. People love food. People love food, and people love their classics, especially if it's a little healthier and tastes the same flavor, right? Clearly, I also think that like giving advance notice to folks, making it an event is dope, right? A pop up, just popping up like, yo, we got vegan brunch, is lit, right? Like you can make, especially if you can make it on the spot. People are coming outside now with all types of gadgets, cooking outside. Yo, vegan brunch outside on the spot. We making these vegan pancakes. We got these fried oyster mushrooms, right? We got motherfucking grits over here. What you want, what you need, we got you. We got home fries, right? What you want, what you need, we got you. So many ways to skin a cat, and the cat don't need to be skinned. I don't want to skin a cat no more. Sorry. So many ways to get the fucking job done. So many ways, more than one way to get the job done. Sefu said you're early with the grief support group. Oh man. Thank you, brother. Fourth and final segment, learning how to lose. Learning how to lose. Our build of the day is on learning how to lose. Losing, failing is indeed a skill. I think remembrance is key. Breathing is essential. Having a long-term vision is your savior. Lose well and fail forward. Every single thing is transient, even what you are currently feeling and experiencing. So learn how to lose, man. Lose, we're like, okay, I lost. It's not the end of the world, right? Even if you can cry when you lose. People, oh, don't cry. No, I could fucking cry. I lost. I wanted this shit bad. I worked hard for it. Like I put work in, and I fucking lost. It did not go the way I wanted it to. I can cry when I lose. Some of the greatest athletes, greatest people in the world cry when they lose. Doesn't make you a fucking crybaby. People say, oh, this shit is stupid. Cry. It's okay to fucking cry when you lose. But learn how to lose. Lose with confidence. Lose with awareness. Lose. If it's a competition, give credit to the other person who won. That day, they were better than you for whatever the reason is. That day, they were better than you. They deserve to win, right? Learn how to lose. Learn how to fail. I failed. Right now, I'm failing, and I'm losing. And all I could do is keep pushing, keep striving, and keep trying, and keep refining, right? Keep refining what I'm building. And yeah, man, we're going to get there. We are going to get there. The schedule is lightening up. We are getting closer and closer to being outside. And a lot of stuff not going to be doing, right? Cutting off a lot of communication with some people, man. Like shutting down a lot of things, right? We're still going to be streaming twice a day, but more stable, more structured, and yeah. But guys, listen, man, that's our show for today, Tuesday, Tenacious and Truthful Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, I'm feeling real heavy, so send me some good energy, send me some good vibes. I'm probably gonna drink some coconut water now. I normally don't drink anything this early. I normally don't drink until like 12, 11, 12. But I'm about to drink some coconut water and lay back down in my bed. And yeah, lay down for an hour, 10:45 or so, man. Hour and some change, get up. And get to the day. All right, it's a heavy day. Last night was a really tough night, but I made it through. Right, I didn't eat no food. I'm not even really thinking about food. I'm watching food videos, right? But I'm not really thinking about like eating. I'm just watching food videos because, like, I guess I love food, and I'm anticipating when I'm gonna have cooked food again. Right, I came across some new creators on TikTok, some new food creators. Vegan food creators, and it's a beautiful thing, man, to see so many people cook so many of the same things in different ways, and to see the variety. Somebody made quote unquote vegan catfish out of Asian eggplant, right? I'm like, okay, that looks really good, right? I want to give it a shot. And so again, that's what I want to do, man. That is my goal. So I know that I'm not going full fruitarian yet. Giving myself a couple of years, because I do still want to do vegan adventures with Sugar Ray, where I go all around trying all of the vegan food. So in due time. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We are jumping off, man. Thank you once again for tuning in. I'm your boy, your host, Sean Sugar Ray Marston. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and TikTok Live. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the sun. Peace. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is indeed inside of you. Peace.